Gotta make sure I don't start my timer here. Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to episode whatever the fuck of Cyber and Friends. Hello, Nyarla, also known as SoakedSock. Welcome. Hello, Brandonscotthill. How's your oxygen treating you?
Not so good, but that's not the issue here. Let's get right into it.
Alright, so I'm going to lay down some ground rules here. This is going to be an actual debate. No fucking around, no crying, no speaking over each other. And you guys are going to be taking turns. As far as opening remarks go, I will give Brandonscotthill the floor for that one. I'd also like to give you 1 minute for opening remarks, and I'm going to be using Live Split to track that. So you have 1 minute, Brandonscotthill.
Alright. So, before all this happened, me and SoakedSock talked pretty regularly. Now, this isn't a surprise to anybody. Everybody knew this. Like, we were, I guess, buddies at the time. And I was getting worried of what I was seeing in Capri's private server. And I was trying to play it off as a meme at first, but I just couldn't do it. And I felt like it was time to screenshot all of it and show people that it's not all bullshit. It's not lies. It's not conniving. SoakedSock and company said these things, and they're documented in the Discord, and that's my opening.
Alright, thank you very much. So, Nyarla, you have 1 minute for your opening statement.
Alright, so I failed to see anything that would constitute any kind of worry or any kind of paranoia. When I'm looking through the screenshots taken, I don't see any like specific malice or any kind of conniving note behind that, and I just think that it's being amplified by a constant feedback loop that is present in your chat room and that is propagated by your culture. Also, regarding Brandon, I mean, I was really nice to him the entire time. I know that he told me to stop talking to these people, but I mean, these people are I consider them my friends, and I would never. I'm not exactly sure where this assumption of this malicious intent is coming from, and that's my.
All right, your minute's up. All right, so quick. I want to assess both of these sides of the statements, and so let me just get a quick recap. Make sure you guys are telling me what's accurate here. So Brandonscotthill, you were friends with SoakedSock, and you know, you're buddies. You know, chit chat all the time, the likes. Somebody even say you're good friends. And all of a sudden, you were observing his behavior, and you decided you couldn't be friends with this person anymore, and you had to tell others about his misfortunes and misdeeds. Is that accurate?
Correct.
Alrighty. So Brandonscotthill, do you have anything else to add as far as your claims against our good friend SoakedSock here? Like any extra, you know, things that you want to say besides what happened in Capri server?
Part of my argument towards SoakedSock was biased, I will admit. I was wrong in some areas, what I brought up. I don't know, like, tell somebody, because I know John. I don't know John that well, like he said before we didn't talk for like a week. Like, he's right about that. Like, I don't know him that well, but I know him enough that he's not the kind of person to just keep doing stuff like this. There has to be something that's causing him to do this. I don't think he's really doing it because he's truly a creeper. I just think he does it because, you know, other factors like my perverted nature. Like, I do things because, you know, I'm pressured into it and stuff because I'm a weak mind. But yeah, that's my comment.
Okay. Do you have anything to say in response to that, SoakedSock?
What the hell was he talking about? Okay. Do I have to say? Oh, well, hold on. I would like you to or Brandon to bring up a screenshot or a collection of screenshots that really. Oh no!
They're coming to get you.
No. Oh no! So, I'm not sure where you're looking at that is causing these nightmares.
Okay, it was Capri's stream. Like, he kicked me out, obviously, so I'm gonzo from there. But I sent the screenshots to Cyberdemon. I'm sure he can provide at least some of them because I'm dumb and I didn't save any.
I could provide them, but I don't feel like it right now.
Is there actually an FBI channel?
I have one thing to add.
Go for it.
Okay, let me think here. I have done this to SoakedSock at least 2 times in the past.
Betrayed him?
Yes.
So, like, for example, during the famed video on Cyberdemon 531's channel, Brandonscotthill Exposes It All was where you initially told everyone that he made an underage girl undress on Skype. Are you talking about that?
Now, part of that I wasn't really thinking straight then, and then the second time I knew what I was doing, the third time I knew what I was doing, but the first time I don't know.
Is that why soon afterward you linked us your pornography?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty much.
So, SoakedSock, you had some comments a few hours ago about Brandonscotthill linking pornography to an underage user. Would you like to expand upon that?
Alright, so back when I was with Monica, she told me out of the blue something about Brandon, right? Okay. So this kind of made me upset, and this came in the Skype call. I mean, no, not in the Skype call, in the Skype messages. Not sure if I can access those because it's like a year ago, but she told me that a year prior to that, when she was 12, that Brandon linked the porn video, and then I confronted Brandon about it, and then Brandon said he denied it on stream, but then later he went into a call, and then he told me, I guess because I wanted to be noticed, or I wanted to be loved, because I didn't feel loved. That's all I know about that.
So, okay, let me get this straight here. So, you're saying that you're alleging that Brandonscotthill sent a pornographic video to a 12-year-old, and then you confronted him about it, and he denied it, but then later told you it was true, and that he wanted to be loved. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, Brandon, how do you feel about that?
Okay, my defense to that is, he is right about one thing. I did want to be loved, but I did not show it to her initially. Now, hear me out here. Like, I was doing it for attention. That's why I showed it to you guys. Like, obviously it was for attention. That's not even a mystery anymore. But I did talk to Monica regularly during that time. And I guess I was kind of being a pervert to her, but not in that sense.
Okay.
I realized what I was doing was, just, perverted text and stuff like that. And it's stuff that I regret, and I learned from it, and I haven't done it since. And that was like 2 years, well, 1.8 years ago, whatever. But now she did see the video, but it wasn't from my hand, I promise. So
what you're saying is you posted the video, you circled it around, and then she caught wind of it, potentially maybe in your chat room or maybe via someone connected to you.
It was Facebook.
It was Facebook. Okay, so you posted it publicly on Facebook or in like a group chat or what?
I posted it publicly on Facebook.
So you posted a video of you humping your bed on Facebook?
Yes, and...
Is this a Facebook account that your family had access to?
Now, the reason Monica saw it was because I did it in a way to... Okay, so I'm not going to beat around the bush here. When I posted it on the Facebook wall, I wanted everybody to see, including Monica. So, in a way I did, but I didn't directly do it. Like, I didn't PM her and say, here, watch this. I didn't do that shit. But...
So you
SoakedSock is
posted it
bad.
on your Facebook and just said, well, a kid is following me on Facebook, but whatever, I don't care.
I mean, I'm
Or
just telling the truth here. Like,
did you
I
want
didn't
her specifically to see it, or did you not care if she saw it
I
by
didn't care if
chance?
she saw it. I just wanted to get it out there for attention, and
I see.
it was fucking incredibly wrong. And I'm not putting on a facade. I'm not fucking, trying to cover my ass. It was the truth. Like, it was my moment of weakness. And I have a bunch of those, but that was one of my worst moment of weaknesses I've ever had in my life.
Okay. I would say it is definitely reckless. I would say
And I
it is
have,
definitely inappropriate to post that kind of stuff in a platform where a child would probably find it. However, I would not go as far as to say that that is a pedophilia-related action necessarily, considering you did not target her
well,
specifically.
well, I wanted her to see it though. Like, I wanted everybody to see it. So, I'm coming out. Me and Sock. Like, I can't talk shit against Sock because I'm no better or no worse than him in that regard. And
Well, I would personally say that posting a pornographic video of yourself is slightly better, maybe a lot better, than convincing a young woman to undress and then making lewd comments about it with
yeah,
other
but think
people
about it
later
this
on.
way.
I'm
Like,
thinking.
they're both the same thing. They're both no different than one another. The only difference is mine was directed at one audience, but I happen to just wanted to show a different audience, and that is wrong. And okay, that's why I haven't really talked to. John can back me up on this. I cut communications with these people like literally immediately after that. And it's been 2 years since. Now, I was talking to Kayla I think 2 weeks ago, but it made me uncomfortable and I didn't really like it. So
Okay. So I'm going to have to say that it's probably not a good idea to conflate making pornography with pedophilia, as technically you didn't send it to her, so it's not really that much of an issue. I would say you probably should have been a little bit more, I guess, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Discreet with how you spread that information, considering who you have on your Facebook, but I wouldn't call it any sort of pedophilia.
I should have gotten in trouble. There's no way around it. I should have gotten in trouble for that. And now that I'm trying to get SoakedSock into trouble, it's making me look like a really evil person. And
I don't think so.
no, hear me out here. Like, I had an
Okay.
incident when I was 15 years old. I did something similar,
Oh.
but it was an IRL, and that's why I just couldn't do it, man.
I don't really know what that means. Would you like to expand upon that, or?
And chat before. I'm pretty sure everybody knows.
Okay. So SoakedSock, do you have any comments?
That was kind of intense, and I didn't really expect him to open up like that. That was brave of him. So I guess he's not the coward that I thought he was, and I guess I respect him a bit more now. And I get why he did what he did, and I'm not confused on that part. I'm just upset. So if I was, I know Brandon. He presented to me a lot of different ideas, like for whether it be stories or a game or something like that. And I would never really be excited for him. I mean, it's not like I didn't like what he was producing. I really did like what he was producing. Just I didn't really show it because I didn't want him to stop doing it. I didn't want him to go on to the next thing because it's boring now. And I know that's a creative loop that many people get into. What?
I don't. Hello.
What?
Oh no, Shauna, aka Pulse, is PMing me. Upload. He's gonna upload to YouTube. No. Okay.
If you, I'm not a good person, and I'm gonna pay for what I did one day, and I realized that, and that's why I want to be a memer and just enjoy the rest of my life, you know. And I don't
Okay.
talk to little kids anymore, and I've made that a fucking trust me, I've made that a priority the last 2 years.
All right.
And
And Brandon, I think if you continue with the story writing, you'll make a really good writer, because you got something good going on. So keep up with that, man.
I particularly enjoyed the story with the zombie naked lady who was approximately 70 years old, crawling her way up to someone's cock, and then you passed out. That was great art. Really would enjoy if you wrote a second chapter of that novel.
but yeah,
I didn't read that, but
it's terrible.
Yeah,
Because
it was pretty bad. Anyway, so if we can move on here.
Yeah,
So,
you-
Soaked Sock,
so-
you earlier
okay.
in my chat room threatened to kill and murder, even though those are the same thing, you threatened to do both. Brandon Scott Hill, while filming it. Do you
Yeah.
maintain that position, or do you retract those statements?
yeah.
This is an either or. Yes is not a response.
it's just words.
Yeah. No, I don't want to
It's
kill
just
him.
words.
Like I said, I want him to continue in doing with his great work, and I hope he has a good future.
Okay. Okay. So, do you understand how Brandon Scott Hill can be worried about your frequent communication with young children as he is going through his own mental distress in regards to his communication with young children? He can maybe, I guess, see himself in you and sees you as doing what he doesn't want to do and is taking out his inner frustrations on you as maybe as you feel unfair as that can be, although I feel that that is completely valid. Would you say that that is probably what is going on?
I haven't been the best person, and I can see why people don't want to be my friend. I see why people are angry at me all the time. And I want to continue to be a better person, and I wish that for everyone. I don't want anyone to just stay in a spot where they're content. And you okay there, Brandon? What?
Hello? Alright. You alright there, Brad? Is everything acceptable?
And I'm sorry if I made you sad. I didn't mean to make you sad. I Okay, I guess I'll just duck out. I guess this is over now. So thanks for having me on, and good. Or do you want to say anything else, Cyber Demon?
You suck.
All right.
Okay. I declare Brandon Scott Hill the winner of this debate. Thank you for watching, and I will now be playing Spyro the Dragon. Okay. Are we good to hang up here, Brandon? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
All right. Okay. Okay, bye. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I didn't see that one coming. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Anyway, I am going to be playing Spyro the Dragon now, so if alright. Okay. Alright. Okay.